In the last few years, ashwagandha has received a lot of attention for its ability to reduce stress, reduce cortisol, and increase testosterone. However, ashwagandha does indeed have a nasty side effect that finally is receiving the attention that it deserves, and that is that it can numb one's emotions and blunt the pleasure response. And so in today's video, what I'm going to do is actually react to another video on the Good Morning America YouTube channel that was titled Trouble with Ashwagandha. So let's get into the video.
Users are using the app to warn about side effects. Will Reeve is back with that story. Hey, Will.
Hey again, George. Ashwagandha is having a moment in supplements and at places like trendy juice bars and on social media. People who like it love it, but some warn that we don't know enough about this powerful plant.
When he says we don't know enough about this powerful plant, I mean, we actually do know quite a lot in terms of what it does based on historical Ayurvedic Indian medicine. We do know that it's been used to quell or quench or reduce feelings of stress and nervousness and even help with sleep. But there's actually, some modern research that I'm going to share with you guys. And there was one particular study last year that I somehow missed, which I'll share with you shortly.
These have, not to sound dramatic, but these honestly might have just changed my life.
It's the latest trend sweeping across TikTok.
I don't feel anything.
Users sharing their experiences after taking the herbal supplement ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha is essentially a plant that grows around India. It's been used for a very long time as an herbal remedy for various different purposes.
Some studies have found some benefit of this supplement for anti-stress while exercising or in general to help manage anxiety. And many TikTokers are posting about feeling detached from their emotions.
Right, so we can have a look at some of the purported benefits associated with ashwagandha. Number one, the anti-stress whilst exercising. This is well documented, and there is definitely research to elucidate the fact that ashwagandha can actually blunt the cortisol spike that we see during exercise. And also there is some pretty outstanding research supporting its use against different forms of anxiety, so helping to cope or manage with anxiety. But that last one there, they're listing it as a benefit, can cause feelings of emotional detachment. Now, this is a side effect that a number of people have reported now. And so let's get into the video and see what some users are saying about this.
Some other known side effects are dizziness or excessive sleepiness.
Dizziness and excessive sleepiness. So the dizziness aspect could be related to the thyroid, because we know that ashwagandha can actually increase thyroid hormones, and so that might lead to low blood sugar symptoms. The excessive sleepiness comes from the fact that ashwagandha can massively increase GABA and suppress glutamate, and GABA is the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter, and that can help with sleep.
With ashwagandha, there's a variety of side effects that can occur, and you can experience most commonly nausea, vomiting, sometimes dizziness. Some people even report liver dysfunction or thyroid dysfunction.
The liver dysfunction has been documented. The hepatotoxicity has been established now that certain forms of ashwagandha, certain extracts can actually worsen liver conditions and actually be toxic to the liver. And so this is something that we need to watch for.
And what you might be commonly hearing about now is this emotional blunting and lack of finding pleasure in just everyday daily activities that you normally would find pleasure in.
This emotional blunting and the numbing of the pleasure response, it does occur with ashwagandha for a number of people. It doesn't occur in every single person who uses ashwagandha. And also bear in mind that ashwagandha is not the only herb that can elicit this sort of side effect. There are other supplements that can also do this. N-acetylcysteine is another one. And there are some other anti-stress compounds that can also lead to this particular side effect.
I didn't feel anything.
The way that the ashwagandha is working, I think it's working too well.
Aman says he started taking the supplement after going through a breakup.
After the breakup, I wanted to just mellow out, just to stay calm. So the results I got were exactly what I was looking for, yeah.
Obviously, yeah, helping to mellow out. I mean, there could be an advantage there. Some people actually would crave that as a desired effect. So, dealing with really stressful situations, I mean, blunting the emotions can actually be slightly useful for some people, it seems.
Jasmine, who's been documenting her experience with ashwagandha, says she took it to help her manage her anxiety.
The way they kind of say on TikTok, they have no feelings, they're not emotional anymore. And I didn't fully experience all of that, but I just was more mellow and more nonchalant.
Herbal supplements like ashwagandha, unlike prescription drugs, are not regulated by the FDA. And while research on the supplement is limited, a small study from 2019 found that 60 participants who took 240 milligrams of ashwagandha daily for 60 days saw a decrease in the primary stress hormone cortisol.
So there is research, again, like we know for sure that ashwagandha can lower cortisol. And I really want to draw you to this particular study. It was titled Adrenal Hypofunction Associated with Ashwagandha Withania Somnifera Supplementation, a Case Report. Adrenal hypofunction basically means that the adrenal glands, which are responsible for releasing hormones such as cortisol, DHEA, hypofunction means that it's not actually activated. And so this numbing of the emotions and blunting of the pleasure response can occur when we lower cortisol too far. This can occur with megadosing L-theanine, taking super high doses of other inhibitory amino acids. So the adrenal hypofunction could be one of the reasons why people notice that delay or reduction in motivation.
Experts say to talk to your doctor before you take any type of supplement.
Read about it first, kind of try to know what you're getting into, and then speak to a professional who really has experience with this.
Another important thing to remember when it comes to ashwagandha or any herbal supplement is to always adhere to the recommended dosage. And if you're taking any kind of medication, talk to your doctor before starting ashwagandha to avoid any bad interactions.
I mean, he says to make sure we adhere to the recommended dosages. This differs depending upon the herbal extract. I mean, there are some versions of ashwagandha that can actually be more potent than others. There's the dried herb that's not actually a proper extraction. That means you can have more. So it really does depend upon the type of herbal extract that you're using, because not all herbal extracts are created equal. But what I really want to get into is how exactly does ashwagandha numb the emotions or, blunt the pleasure response? And whilst we have some theories, I would love to get more discussion going on this particular subject. Leave a comment down below if you have any thoughts, feedbacks, or even potential cures or fixes for this particular issue associated with ashwagandha usage. Hey guys, if you're watching this video right now and want to unlock your full mental and physical potential, then the Limitless course is for you. Unlock my best biohacks for energy, motivation, and testosterone optimization so that you can conquer your goals with ease and crush every day with confidence. Click the link in the description and get it now for only $27 today. All right, now let's get straight back into the video. Now, this particular study was titled Alterations in the Sensitivity of the Fifth Receptor Subtypes Following Chronic Ashwagandha Treatment in Rats. And this animal study showed that ashwagandha significantly affects the 5-HT1 and 5-HT2 receptors, which led to a host of clinical effects ranging from shortening duration of falling asleep, but also reduced sex drive, increased depressive mood, increased appetite, increased impulsivity, reduced attention, emotional numbness, detachment, dissociation with a reduced high, reduced motivation, and an inability to feel pleasure in sexually pleasurable activities. We can see in this study, they're saying that there was a moderate but significant enhancement in the functional sensitivity of the 5-HT2 receptors in the brain and a reciprocal sub-sensitivity of the 5-HT1A receptors in chronic ashwagandha treatment. This was accompanied by an adaptive supersensitivity of the post-synaptic 5-HT2 receptors in the brain. How on earth do we actually reverse this? They're saying that it causes a supersensitivity of the post-synaptic 5-HT2 receptors in the brain, and also causing a subsensitivity in the 5-HT1A receptors. How do we reverse this side effect? Well, cyproheptadine, also known as periactin, has been used by some individuals to reverse the numbing effects. And so this is something that I want to get more discussion going on. If anyone has found interventions or strategies to overcome the numbness that can occur even weeks or months after stopping ashwagandha usage, please share them in the comment section below. Let's help each other out. There shouldn't be anyone suffering from these side effects, and we should be all working together to help each other to get better overall. Also, bear in mind, this particular study, was a 10-week study in 2022 by a group of researchers, showed that long-term usage of ashwagandha may lead to a permanent suppression of adrenal function, affecting hormone production that controls your emotions. The study warned users of the potential detrimental effect of continuous use of ashwagandha and how it may suppress your emotions due to adrenal insufficiency. So that's something to be really cautious of. Please share this video on different social media platforms. If you like the video, please like the video, support the channel, and help others get better. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.